should be doing right now. Today, we should be voting to impeach Joe Biden because of the invasion in the United States. Oh, but no, none of that is happening up here in Washington, D.C., because Republicans continually have their head up their ass and can't figure out how to actually use the power that the people gave us. This is a new time in America, and I am so fed up, Steve. I am so fed up. I am so sick of it because I know people at home are sick of it. People are sick and tired of a feckless, useless Republican Party that never does a damn thing to stop any of this. They just sit in the boat and row along with the Democrats and row.
Does she ever stop raging? Yelling about everything doesn't hide the fact that she has no desire to do her job. We already know that the plan was to sabotage James Lankford's border bill so that MAGA can act like they're upset.
In fact, I had a popular commentator 4 weeks ago that I talked to that told me flat out, before they knew any of the contents of the bill, nothing was out at that point, that told me flat out, if you try to move a bill that solves the border crisis during this presidential year, I will do whatever I can to destroy you.
It was coordinated from Trump down to his MAGA congresspeople and filtered through the threats of some propagandists on TV. Why is she raging? They told us the scheme so many times.
You're a real gentleman about this, and I know you're not trying to zing your colleagues, but it's your colleagues in your party, sir, who torpedoed this, who didn't get the facts right on what you just outlined was in that measure. They killed it. Ironically, not Democrats.
Right. It was, and it was painful to be able to watch it. It got stirred up in all the presidential politics, and several of my colleagues started looking for ways. After President Trump said, don't fix anything during the presidential election. It's the single biggest issue during the election. Don't resolve this. We'll resolve it next year. Quite a few of my colleagues backed up, looked for a reason to be able to shoot against it, and then walked away.
That's on Donald Trump, Senator.
That, again, he's got an office that he's running for. He's got a campaign that he's running. I'm already in office. I've got a responsibility to be able to carry on this.
In this deal, which we, by the way, killed. I think we killed it. I think it's dead.
Even one of Trump's biggest cheerleaders had to admit the truth. He just left off the part about opposing the bill so that Trump could campaign off of it and fearmonger about terror attacks.
Everybody who comes on this floor and says our border's broken, we should do something about it, you're absolutely right. And unfortunately, we didn't get there. President Trump opposed a Senate bill. We couldn't find a better way forward that would get 60 votes. I hate that, but now we have to deal with what's left for us to take care of in the world.
Yes, we've been over this before. But now, while Trump world thought that this transparent plan would advance his doomsday campaign, the president is using their opposition to everything to push for things that he didn't previously push for, even crossing into what people see as traditionally Republican policies on the border. I would have preferred to address our issues at the border through bipartisan legislation because that's the only way to actually fix our broken system. But Republicans in Congress have left me no choice. So today, I'm announcing actions that bar migrants who cross our southern border unlawfully from receiving asylum, unless they seek it after entering through established lawful processes. You would think, since it's all about painting their opponents as feckless on the border, that they'd have a plan B or something to push their narrative. They're constantly showing that they refuse to do anything about what they claim to care so much about. They must be betting on years of propaganda to hold firm despite what they're actually doing and saying.
You say, as the Attorney General of the United States, Texas does not have a right to defend itself and to protect our citizens from murder by people who have come here illegally into the United States.
I say, as the Attorney General and as a human being, that my heart goes out to the families, that these are terrible, terrible events. And I say, secondly, as the Attorney General, the way to stop people like this from coming into the United States is to give more resources to the Border Patrol so that they can prevent.
Mr. Attorney General, no.